Hey you guys, Steve Whipple, that's me for WHIPFIT. So this isn't so much another meditation video or even a yoga video. It's kind of like a way of thinking or a mindset video. So in my yoga classes that I teach, flow, restorative, chair, there's always one portion where I try to make you just go inward and have some positive self-talk in your own head. And it can be as outrageous as you want it to be. It can be as politically wrong, self-indulgent, narcissistic as you want it, because it's just yours. You know, it's your self-talk. And as long as it's positive, I say go for it, because no one will ever know. You know what I mean? They're your own thoughts. You can't really get in trouble for your thoughts, thank God. Um, but, oh, hi. Oh, hello. How are you? Are you good? Everyone, Isabel, I'm sure you know her by now. If not, my other love of my life, next to my husband, Michael. But down here somewhere is also our new French Bulldog, Luella, who is deaf. So Isabel is Michael's great aunt's name, and Luella, our new French Bulldog, that's my great-grandmother's first name. So people have been asking, what are the names? So that's what. But nothing could be more sweeter than this one. But here's the other one right down there, because she's never far behind. So, yeah, so that's her. So where were we? So, it's easy to do this one when you're in like a flow class or a restorative yoga class where you're already on the floor, because it's fetal position. So what you want to do is get yourself into a fetal position, which is you go onto one side, the right or the left, pull your knees into your chest, kind of like roll your head in and curl yourself up into a little ball. Now you can use your arm as a pillow. You can literally use a pillow. If you have a block, if you're in a class, you can use a block or a towel. But just something that you can be comfortable and rest and curl up, okay? Once you get into that fetal position, this is what I like to say. So imagine you're in that spot already. So, okay, you guys, this is how we all started. This is our original state before this thing called life happened to us. So right now, when you're in your true state, give yourself some positive self-talk. Think about things that you like about yourself. Think about things you're looking forward to. Think about things that make you happy. Think about how grateful you are. Think about how fortunate you are. Think about how full your life is. Think about anything good that brings you peace or joy or contentment. Give yourself some positive reinforcement that only you know. Give yourself that. We're so accustomed in this world to absolutely hear the negative. Social media, you know, at work, maybe gossip with our friends, family, whatever. So the negative flows really easily. Sometimes it's really hard to take on some positivity for yourself. So right now, in this moment, in this space, give yourself some of that. What are some of the things you like about yourself? You know, that's great. We all have those qualities that we actually like about ourselves. What physically do you like about yourselves? Do that one. That's a great one. What's great about your spouse? What's great about your children? What's great about your family? What's great about your job? What's great about anything? Think about the good stuff, okay? So you do that for a little while on one side, and then you roll to the other side, fetal position on this side, get comfortable. And this is when I say, and if you're having trouble doing this, if you're having trouble coming up with stuff for yourself, I'll give you some. I am so fortunate for all of you. I look forward to all of you every week in class or in real time, in social media time. You guys have changed my life and you've made it so much better. You make a difference and I look forward to it. I truly do. You matter. You matter to me. So if you're struggling to find that thing about yourself, because there are days, I get it, know that you matter to me very much. So thank you. Thank you for that. Go back to some nice self-talk for yourself if you have it. And then I simply have us move on to the next pose. So that's a nice little technique if you can remember it. Use it for yourself often. The more you do it, the more it will become normal and maybe not even so awkward. I think I mentioned this before in a video a long time ago. It was from a documentary called What the Bleep Do We Know? I don't know if you guys know it. I believe that's where this is from. And they did a study on like the molecules of snowflakes, okay? So they did like a case study. They had one group on one side, one group on the other side. And one group, they told positive things. You know, you're beautiful, you're special, you're different, you're unique. So they kind of like gave it positivity and love, if you will, right? The other group, they said negative things too. And these are verbal things that they said to these snowflake molecules. Things like, you're not pretty, you're ugly, you're deformed, you're not special, etc., right? So when these snowflakes finished developing, the ones that were told the positive things were beautiful. They were absolutely beautiful. They were intricate, they were detailed, they were special, they were glorious. The ones that the negative things were said to were broken, disjointed, they'd never fully developed, or they weren't symmetrical at all. So they certainly weren't ugly, but they also didn't have the opportunity to do what the other group did. And the point of that is, what are snowflakes made of? Water. What is the human body made of? I believe, what is it, 98% water? Something like that. You know, I barely know what I'm talking about most of the time when it comes to facts. I try. So the whole point was, what do we take on to ourselves, you know, to our body that is water, that actually affects us? Because words have power. You know, words actually can change things. So think about that, because we're our own worst critic. We probably say worse stuff to us to ourselves, that any other person could possibly say to us. So start changing that behavior. Stop dwelling on the bad qualities, because then that's what you'll always see. If you start dwelling on the good qualities, that's what you'll always see. Because think about it. If you only think about the negative ones, you are now trained to see the negative. And in your own life, how often does that happen? So switch it. Start telling yourself the positive things and go to those first, and then you'll see those only. You know what I mean? We're all worth it. It takes a little work. This stuff doesn't just happen because you tell yourself one day you want it to happen. You have to work at it. You know, but it's so worth it because you're worth it, and it will change your life. Do it.